Okay, this is how to go about loom knitting a dolphin. I'm using the Cindy Wood 15 peg loom with a half gauge, and in my blog I will write up a 12 peg for the Boy and Nifty Knitter. So I'm going to kind of go about this like I did the dinosaur body, but I'm going to tweak it a little bit. So what I want to do is go ahead and E-wrap cast on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to work these 4 pegs first thing before I start working on anything else. So go ahead and E-wrap cast on. Then I'm going to E-wrap 2. And this is going to be working circularly and after you get done doing the nose area of the dolphin, which is what we're doing. So E-wrap 4. And what you're going to do is you're going to E-wrap 4 and you're going to do it 13 times. So that was 1. This is 2. 3. 4. Back and forth and so on until you have 13 rows. Pause the video, complete. Okay, I've done 13 rows and you'll see a area in here, and this is your nose area. Now what you want to do is you want to go in and you want to take those end pieces where that's connected. Okay, you want to take the end piece right there where it's connected and you want to put that on the second peg over, and then you want to go to the other side, make sure that's in the front, and put that one on the second peg back. And here's your working yarn. Now at this point you're going to E-wrap 2 and toss your loops over. And now we're going to start E-wrapping in a circle. And as you can see, there is your nose for your dolphin. So at this point, we're going to be working circularly, just E-wrapping in a circle. Okay. At this point, what you're going to do is you're going to continue E-wrapping for a total of 12 rows. So keep E-wrapping for 12 rows total. We just did 1, so you want to do 11 more rows. So go ahead and pause the video and complete those rows, and then we'll get back and we'll finish the tail that'll shrink down. Okay, I've done my 12 rows, and while this looks really funky right now, keep in mind you're going to sew that together and you're going to gather that in. And when you consider that, then it starts to kind of look more like it. At this point, we're going to start decreasing so that we have the curve in the tail where it starts to go down. What we want to do is you keep in mind here is the bottom, and there is your top. That being said, your decreases are going to be where your starting point is, which makes it easy. So go ahead and take your first loop and move it over to the second one, and take your last loop and move it over to the next one, like that. So you should have decreased by 2. Go ahead and E-wrap the pegs. Okay, and you're going to decrease again on both sides. And you're going to continue to do this decrease on both sides until you're down to 5 pegs. So go ahead and pause the video and continue to decrease until you're down to 5 loops on 5 pegs. Pause the video. Okay, we are down to 5 loops. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what you want to do after you're done with 5 loops is go ahead and E-wrap a row. Then you're going to decrease again down to 3 pegs. And you're going to E-wrap. Two rows. And here's where this is going to get interesting. So we're down to the end of the tail. And what we're going to do is we're going to get our fins on the end of the tail added in. So what you want to do is E-wrap over 3 pegs. Then you're going to go back and E-wrap over. Now at this point you're going to E-wrap 3 pegs over and then E-wrap back. Okay, this is your first full row of 9 pegs. Now, you're going to do 2 more rows like this. So here's 1. And then you're going to increase over here and then E-wrap your way back. That's your second row. Increase and then E-wrap all the way to the other side. And this should be your first row of 11. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to do 3 more rows of 11. So here's 1, 2, and 3. Now you're going to decrease on each side back down to 9. And then you're going to do 3 rows. So there's your decrease. And while this seems funky, what you're going to be doing is bringing that back around and sewing it together to get your fin, just so you know. Okay. And then 2, and 3. Okay, now you're going to take these ends here and you're going to shove them back up through there. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to find your increase here. There's an E-wrap, so go ahead and put it there. Then here's your other E-wrap. You're going to put it there. Then you're going to follow that line. And you're going to put, as you can see, that goes back over. You're going to lift that up, put it on the peg, and then follow the line over. Put it down. There should be one more to be able to put on there. Yep. Then there you have 3 more. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Looks like I'm missing 1. Oh, no. There it is. There we go. Now, what you want to do at this point is go in and wrap, toss both loops over, take and move this one over, toss both loops over, and wrap, take and put this on the next peg, toss both loops over, and wrap, take and put this one on the next peg. Toss both loops over and wrap. Toss both loops over and wrap. Toss both loops over and wrap. Toss both loops over, wrap. Toss both loops over and wrap, and toss both loops over and wrap. Snip the end and pull through. Okay. So, there's your fin. There's your nose. That'll be gathered in and that'll be sewn up. And these ends will have to be sewn together, and when they are sewn in and then sewn up, it will smooth out that line quite a bit. So now we'll want to know how to do the fins on the side and the back. I'm going to show you how to do that, and then I'll show you how to put it all together. So what I want to do is E-wrap 5, and we're going to do this one, 2, 3, 4, and now we're going to only E-wrap 4. So there's 1, 2, 3. Now you're only going to E-wrap 3. And there's 1, 2, then E-wrap 2, now we're at the top of our fin, and now we're going to E-wrap 3 2 times, there's 1, and there's 2. Now we're going to E-wrap 4 2 times. There's 1. And 2. Then you're going to E-wrap 5. 5, three times. So there's 1, 2, 3. Okay, at this point, undo your beginning point, and then you're going to put your cast on back onto the pegs. So, may work easier to find your beginning end here. So there's 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, at this rate, then you're just going to cast those off. So wrap it, toss both loops over, take, move that one over to the next one, toss both loops over and wrap it, take, move over to the next one, toss both loops over and wrap it, move over to the next one, toss both loops over and wrap, toss both loops over and wrap, snip the end, pull through, and there is your fin. And what you'll want to do is you'll want to sew up that one side, and you'll want to make 3 of those. So go ahead and pause the video and make 3 fins, and then I'll show you how to start putting all this together. Okay, it's time to start going in and sewing things up. And because I want to stuff from back here up to give more of a curve up here, we're going to sew our nose up first. So what I'm going to do is start at the base, work my way around, and then I'll show you how to connect the upper half. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and sew up my nose area. And then I'm going to send the needle through to the other side. And then I'm going to sew up the other side. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is go in and weave my needle in through those cast-ons loops, and you'll see them, they stick out real easy. So just send the needle through all of those. Now gather it together And then you're going to sew the rest of it up. And you want to find your edges and sew it up. Okay. Then what you want to do is close it off. So then you snip the ends, take your crochet hook and tuck those ends in. And at this point, you'll want to start stuffing your dolphin. Now we're about ready to go in and sew up our tail area. And what I want to do is I want to sew this up and connect it. So I'm going to take and find my end over here. Going to knot it. And I'm going to shove it up in there, just like I'm going to shove this extension up in there. Okay. Now, at this point, I'm going to start sewing up my tail fin. I'm going to send that through there. And send that through there. And then I'm going to start sewing the back end tail up. I'll start sewing my way back down. Kind of head and sew the rest of the fin up. Okay. And at this rate, you're going to snip that end and tuck it. Okay. Now, at this point, you want to sew your other fins on. And what you want to keep in mind is, for instance, the top one, you want it in the middle of the body, at the very top. And that looks like the column that is in the middle top. So what you want to do is you want to find about the middle, and you want to make sure that the shorter end is in the back and the long curved end is in the front when you go to sew it on. So get your guide. Go ahead and knot it in there and send it through the back end. And then I'm going to send it entirely through the column and then send it up through the fin. Entirely through that top column. And then through the fin. Through the top column. And through the fin. And through the top column. Okay. And then you just tie it off. Okay. Snip the end. Then you'll tuck the ends in. Then you'll want to add your side fins. Remember, the curved end faces away. And you'll want to do those a little further forward. And my suggestion is to line them up with that side seam. So there you see that side seam. And I'll sew it there. I'm going to do the same thing here. Just go ahead and sew those on. And then what you'll want to do is take 2 rhinestones and on each side glue in your eyes in the area you think would be best. Probably going to be somewhere in there. If you need help, I would suggest looking at an actual photograph of a dolphin to get an idea of exactly where you want to do the eyes. But I have a feeling the eyes are going to be somewhere in there. And so then you want to glue in your eyes, and then you are actually done with your dolphin. You're done.